What up, Axie fam? It always fails the first time. Man, my stream deck always fails the first time. Like, as soon as I press a button, it's like, no. Axie fam is in the house. So.
Drop it hard.
Alright, so Beast card reveal. Sorry this is late. I was really sick yesterday. I don't know if you could tell, but my speech is very slowed. So I might have to speed this video up so you can understand me, because it's that bad. Zeal, just like the other iCards, it can search for a card in your deck or in your discard pile and put it on top, then banish. Puppy, little change to Puppy. I like this change. It's a 0 cost. If there are no curse cards in your deck, this actually gains 1 rage. Otherwise, remove 1 curse card from your deck. Because Little Peas is so good, I don't think Puppy's going to see any play. But with all the goos flying around, I think Puppy might be an alright choice for the eyes. If you're not going on a rage-centered team, right? Chubby, 2 energy, 40 damage, 10 damage nerfed Chubby. Tackle enemies, apply bleed for 2 turns. This is pretty sick. Little Peas, 1 energy, 60 damage, same damage. Apply vulnerable for 4 turns. So very, very consistent with the beast damage. So Little Peas, still top of the list. Nyan, if the target has bleed, apply 20 bonus damage. Otherwise, apply bleed for 4 turns. 60 damage for 1 energy. So I think it's a big buff to Nyan, because it used to only do damage to enemies that are bleeding before. Bonus damage at 15 or something. Nutcracker, 60 damage. Whenever played, this Axie's Nutcracker cards gain 10 damage for the rest of the battle. So a little bit of a buff there, but a cap at 60 bonus damage, so it can only get to 120, so it can't get out of hand. Innocent Lamb, select one of this Axie skill or secret cards and add a copy of it to your hand. So no change to Innocent Lamb. It has banished now. I believe that means you can get it back. Oh, tricky. Zen, 1 energy, 60 damage. Other allied Axies gain 1 rage. Oh, so this gives Zen a lot of utility. Zen, I think, was pretty decent on the Pangolin Scales frontliner strategy, but I think on a rage team it didn't make a lot of sense. So this makes a little bit more sense. Kill all allies, remove 2 curse cards from your deck, 1 energy, 15 healing. I think this could have retain, and it wouldn't be that great. But 15 healing, so 45 healing for 1 energy and remove 2 curse cards from your deck. I think it's pretty powerful. With this and the eyes we looked at, you could keep your deck pretty free of curse cards, right? Believer, 1 energy, 30 damage. Consume up to 3 rage, deal 2 hits. Each hit deals 5 bonus damage per rage. So if you have 3 rage, it's gonna burn 3 rage, and then it's gonna make each of these hits do 5 each times 3. So it's gonna do 45 times 2, it's gonna do 90 damage. It does have the drawback of getting rid of your rage. Nutcracker, 1 energy, 60 damage. So it's all the same. Whenever played, this Axie's Nutcracker cards gain 10 damage for the rest of the battle, cap at 60 bonus damage. Goda, big change to Goda here. 60 damage, so it's a plus 10 damage, 10 damage increase. Double 1 voiding to your opponent's discard pile. Right, so this does not have banish anymore. So this is going to be folded back in your deck, and you're going to be able to use the Goda over and over again. So pretty interesting. Axie Kiss, 1 energy, 60 damage. Apply Death Mark for 4 turns to the enemy Axie with the lowest HP. So this attack hits the front, but the Death Mark always hits whoever has the least health. Confident, 0 energy, target an ally, cleanse 1 time, and grant 1 rage. So 50% nerf on the efficacy of Confident, but still pretty good in the rage deck. It is going to cut down their pacing a little bit to where they're going to be going off a little bit later. Ronin, deal bonus damage equal to 50% of this card's base damage per energy spent before Ronin's turn, cap at 5 energy. This is 1 energy, 40 damage. So I don't know if it counts the charm, right? Because you can have the 11, I think it's 11 damage charm. So this would be 51. So it'd be 51 and 76, and it'd be like 101 or something, and it would be like hero, 1 energy, 70 damage. If this is the only tech card in your hand, draw 1. So it looks like they took a lot of the draw potential away from Axies, and that's rough in my opinion. They changed hero. It used to just draw, limit 1, right? Goldfish doesn't draw. No card draw abilities. Jaguar, 1 energy, 60 damage. If the target has bleed, deal 20 bonus damage. Otherwise, apply bleed for 4 turns. So if they're bleeding, I don't think it applies the bleed. Jaguar and Nyan, same pickle, whatever. 1 energy, 70 damage. Risky Beast. If initial, deal 15 bonus damage and apply Death Mark to self for 2 turns. Now, a lot of people in the chat were really upset that Risky Beast only got it for 2 turns and all the other Axies get it for 4. Well, Beasts don't have HP runes, so a death mark for 4 turns would be probably too detrimental. Timber, 1 energy, 70 shield. Target an ally next turn. Whenever an allied unit is attacked, add 1 lumber shield to your hand. Cap at 3 lumber shield. You can't like overdraw, right? If your opponent hits you with like a bunch of multi-hits and stuff, you'd only draw 3 max. Furball, 1 energy, 35 damage. Deal 2 hits. If able, spend 1 more energy to play this card, then gain 1 energy. So a lot of people, they changed the wording on this, so it'd be like more understandable like immediately. Furball, if you have more than 1 energy, you will spend both to play Furball and then get 1 energy. And what that does is that helps you accrue extra energy fragments, right? Because you played a 2 energy card and now you have another energy. Little Branch, 2 energy, 130 damage, gain 1 rage per living ally, so no change to Little Branch. Imp, retain, it says 60 damage. It says retain, face damage is increased by 20 in fury form. So this would be 80, in rage we saw is 50% bonus damage. So this would be 80, so it'd be 120, something like that in fury form. But it has retain, so you can just have it in your hand until you're ready to go off. No change to Merry Legion, 1 energy, 80 shield. Target an ally if initial, shield all allies for 50% of the base stat instead. Really wish it changed Merry Legion just a little bit. Pucky, like I wish this was like if you get attacked, get rage or something like that. Pucky, 1 energy, 30 damage. Randomly deal 2 hits. Apply taunt to the enemy with the lowest HP for 2 turns. So if you have 3 Axies, and this hits the middle and the front, it'll taunt either the middle or the front, whichever has the lowest HP. You're never gonna apply taunt to something it did not hit. And here's a big change up. This card right here, huge change. 1 energy, 60 damage. Target an enemy, so it can target anything. Apply Grievous Wound. This might be the key ingredient for a bleed team. Arco, remove up to 2 secrets from the target. 1 energy, 65 damage. No change to Arco. Here's the big change, biggest change of them all. 0 energy, 5 healing. Retain. Target an ally. Consume up to 7 energy fragments, then heal 7 HP per energy fragment consumed. If at least 7 are consumed, gain 1 energy. So when they released this, it originally had said 10, so it was 70 healing. So now it's 49 healing, and then you gain 1 energy, and then banish. So big buff to Cottontail. Rice, 1 energy, 55 damage, still 1 energy fragment if this attack causes unblocked damage. So Rice, we'll have to see how important stealing 1 energy shard is, right? Because you can't reduce, they said in the live stream, you cannot reduce your opponent's energy burst count. It seems kind of wonky if you can't do that. Why have it? 2 energy, 130 damage. Sheba, 2 energy, 130 damage. All allied Axies gain 1 rage. For each 25% HP this Axie is missing, they gain 1 extra rage. So it's guaranteed to give 1. And if it has less than 25% HP, it gives 4 to all, right? So if this Axie is like on its last limb, it's really going to give its full bonus of 4, right? But it scales. Bit of a change up. It does make it more useful. You can just play it. Like if you draw it too early, you can just play it. Hair. Deal 5 bonus damage per card in your opponent's hand. 1 energy, 70 damage. So this is a kind of wonky card. There are a lot of retain cards in the set, right? We have Bubble Maker. We have Tiny Dino. We have, oh, actually, those plant cards have where they put it back on top of the deck. Huh. Nutcracker. Whenever played, this Axie is not gain 10 damage. Max hit 120 damage, 1 energy, 60 damage, right? So max 120. Gerbil, 1 energy, 55 damage. Target any enemy. Remove 1 secret from the target. So this gives it a pseudo Arco ability, right? But you get to target any enemy. Now let's talk about Grievous Wounds. Grievous Wound is a new debuff. We saw that on Dual Blades, the only card that has it. Each time this unit bleeds, deal 10 damage per Grievous Wound stack. Then add 1 Grievous Wound stack, max of 10. So you have one guy with Dual Blade, and you just hit each Axie to give them Grievous Wound. And then you're playing stuff like Jaguar and Nyan and Chubby, and you're just making them bleed out. So they could take 10 bonus damage from Grievous Wounds. So this is gonna really emphasize the importance of having some type of cleanse on your deck, right? Because if your guy has Grievous Wounds and they're just bleeding out, they're gonna take a bunch of bonus damage from Grievous Wounds. Like Void is a curse card, unplayable ethereal. You see there's a big change to Void. It says when drawn, reduce 2 energy fragments. It's gonna reduce your opponent's energy fragments, right? Not your own. seems silly. But now you can play like a triple Goda team, and that might be viable because that might be enough to like really cripple your opponent from getting into energy burst. Maybe it's enough. We'll have to see. What do you think? Do you think triple Goda is the way to go? Rage. Attacks deal 1 bonus damage per hit for each stack. This unit suffers 1 extra damage per hit for each stack. Upon reaching 10 rage stacks, consume all stacks and enter Fury form. So Fury form now is when transformed, gain 1 energy. So you still have the benefit of that. Deal 50% bonus damage and can't grant energy fragment and can't gain rage until end of turn. So once an Axie reaches rage, you stop getting energy fragments the moment one of them rages. I don't think that applies to the Axie that rages. But the can't gain rage only applies to the one that is raging or in Fury form. Effectively, cut the bonus damage in half, right? Because it was 2, now it's 1. But there are a lot more cards that just give you rage anyways. So once people have rage charms, it's going to get out of hand, right? That's kind of the premise behind this. But dealing 50% bonus damage as opposed to 75% bonus damage like it was Season 1. Well, what do you think? Do you think we should give triple Goda a try? Maybe we should try triple Goda in like ranked right now just to piss people off. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Put your favorite change down below. If you have a Axie you want me to check out, leave the ID below. I'll take a gander at it in my next video or something. All right, thanks for watching.